Welcome to the Motormouth YouTube channel. I'm Zach.
I'm Andrea.
And this is a top 5 of the subcompact, the smallest crossover SUVs available in the marketplace. We go through 5, and how do we do it?
Yeah, we do it in alphabetical order, and then at the end, we've got some honorable mentions, and then we do our top pick, what we would buy with our own money today.
And we haven't talked about it.
Nope.
Also, we've done this for 3-row midsize SUVs. We've also done it for top 5 compact SUVs. That's like the meat of the market, the RAV4 CRVs of the world. So I'll put the links in the description below. Watch those if you're maybe thinking one of these is in a different class. Anyway, you can check it all out.
And I also think, for anybody who is cross-shopping this segment, you will find this to be very interesting. Up first in alphabetical order is the Honda HR-V. The HR-V is powered by a 2-liter 4-cylinder. It's matched to a CVT, 158 horsepower and 138 pound-feet of torque. Front-wheel drive and all-wheel drive models are available.
And one of the reasons why we don't go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and do it alphabetically is because certain vehicles have certain attributes that appeal to some people and maybe not to others. And if you're somebody that likes one of the biggest in the subcompact space, this one is one of the biggest. It's based on the same platform as the Honda Civic, and it has a lot of very usable interior space.
Comfortable too. Honda has done a really great job with comfort level. For 2026, they've actually added more standard features, which I believe they really needed to be there for the HR-V because they are charging a little bit more for this subcompact vehicle compared to others in our top 5. So you're getting now a larger 9-inch touchscreen, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and a wireless charger. They definitely needed to be there.
Yeah, so previous models you had to plug in on the base model. Also, the design on the inside is very nice. They have pretty much a copy and paste dash from the Honda Civic, which is going to hold the test of time. It really does look classic, simple, very simple, but that's kind of like the Japanese aesthetic. All that you need, nothing more.
And as manufacturers are eliminating a temporary spare tire to a tire repair kit, the HR-V does offer a temporary spare.
And good rear cargo area, good rear leg room. On to the negatives, Andrea, and the biggest negative, well, there's 2 main ones about this one, and they both surround the engine. Nothing wrong with the engine. This 2-liter 4-cylinder is a bulletproof Honda engine. We have it in our Honda Civic. It is not really up to the task for the size of this vehicle. It makes it feel adequate at best.
It could really use a hybrid, not only for fuel efficiency, but just more power. That electric motor would help a lot, and we'd like to see one. We're waiting for one, but no word yet from Honda. Plus, you got to pay a little extra for the HR-V, and you're getting less features than some of the others in this class. So once again, paying more for a Honda, but getting a little less. What you are getting is that reliability that people like.
And the Honda badge. The engine, as I said, so it's really kind of just adequate for power. The other side of that is because this is one of the biggest in the class, it's not getting great fuel economy because the engine's working so hard. And I totally agree with Andrea that hybrids that's in the Civic should be arriving in this, hopefully 1 year soon.
Consumer Reports gives the HR-V an overall score of 70 out of 100 and JD Power 82 out of 100.
We're putting all of the fuel economy on the screen. You can pause and have a look for yourself. On the screen now, we have the price spread for Canada and the United States. You can pause this and have a look for yourself. And the warranty Honda offers is 3 years, 60,000 kilometers, or 36,000 miles.
Up next is the Hyundai Kona. The base engine is a 2-liter 4-cylinder matched to a CVT, 147 horsepower and 132 pound-feet of torque. Front-wheel drive and all-wheel drive options are available. There is an available 1.6-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. It has an 8-speed automatic transmission, 190 horsepower and 195 pound-feet of torque. Standard all-wheel drive in Canada. In the U.S., front-wheel drive and all-wheel drive models are available.
There's also an EV version with a 64.8 kilowatt-hour battery with 420 kilometers or 260 miles of range, 201 horsepower, 188 pound-feet of torque. The EV is just front-wheel drive.
One of the big things is that Hyundai made the Kona larger when they redesigned it. There were a lot of complaints that the previous model was too small, and so this makes a great family daily driver to get you around in the city or on the highway.
And the other thing they did is on the higher horsepower car, they used to have what was called a dual clutch transmission. Doesn't really matter. Some people didn't like the way it performed, so they've gotten rid of that and gone back to a standard automatic or a torque converter automatic, which will please some people. So it's bigger, it's more compliant to drive now because it's got a longer wheelbase and it has that transmission. And the other thing is, Andrea, on styling, they styled the electric one at the same time. Usually they kind of do them out of step. They both were introduced at the same time, and you can see the similarities between them.
Oh yeah, for sure. Very futuristic looking. It's not my favorite, but it's a big seller for Hyundai. This is a popular choice amongst consumers. I would say that the 1.6T is the one that I would get. That extra power really does make a difference. And you'll also notice on our top 5, there's only one other model, one other brand that offers a turbo in this class.
So the con for me is I just don't like the styling of it. I think it's just a little bit over the top, and that's one of the criticisms of Hyundai. Kia too, is they change the styling of their cars a lot. Is this going to be future proof? Is it a classic for years to come? I'm not quite sure about that.
You know, the other thing is that although it got bigger and it appeals to more people, it lost that fun factor, that engaging drive. Now it kind of is more tuned for comfort. And I get that that's more appealing to people, but I do miss that fun factor of the old Kona. Another thing is...
Oh, wait, is it noisy in the electric? Is that what you're going to say?
I was going to say that I was surprised actually by the electric model, that it was a little bit louder than I thought. I think the cabin could be better insulated, but also all models come with a tire repair kit.
Yeah, so with electric cars, you can just say, oh, it's going to be quieter because there's no internal combustion engine. That's not the truth. In fact, you have to have really good insulation because you hear everything else. And they didn't really do an excellent job on that. It's okay.
And although they do offer an electric vehicle, so you're getting something that's more fuel efficient and environmentally friendly, many would like to see a Kona hybrid. Consumer Reports gives the Kona gas model an overall score of 65 out of 100 and the EV 68 out of 100. J.D. Power gives the Kona gas model an overall score of 81 out of 100. The EV has not been rated yet.
So here's the official fuel economy for the 2-liter 4-cylinder and the 1.6-liter turbo. Up next, you can also pause these numbers. We have the Canadian pricing and the U.S. pricing for the gas and the electric. Hyundai offers a warranty of 5 years, 100,000 kilometers, or 60,000 miles.
And how about that warranty? You don't see other brands in the non-luxury category offering 5 years, except for Kia.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get into what's also available on the channel. We did a top 5 for the mid-size 3-rows. That's on the channel now for 2026. And the compact SUVs. As I said at the beginning, the links are in the description below. And what else do people have to do? We forget to do this.
Well, you got to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when all of our videos drop, and then you can watch them. Put out a lot of different content each week.
What's next?
Up next is the Subaru Crosstrek. There's 2 powertrain options. Gone is the base 2-liter 4-cylinder for 2026. The base engine is now the more powerful 2.5-liter 4-cylinder. It's matched to a CVT and has 180 horsepower and 178 pound-feet of torque. Standard, symmetrical, full-time, all-wheel drive. The 2.5-liter Boxer hybrid has arrived at dealerships now. It has a combined 194 horsepower. We'll be driving that model soon, so stay tuned for that.
So the Crosstrek, in past years, we've chosen as our overall pick in this category, so you have to stick around to find out which one Andrew and I would personally choose. It does so much right. First of all, it has great ground clearance, which is perfect for places where you have bumpy roads and snow or gravel, stuff like that. It has a capable symmetrical all-wheel drive system. Now it has a hybrid. And it's just a kind of a fun little size. It's great for a single person and even for families.
Yeah, it's versatile, it's practical. I would say that Subaru leans towards those two things rather than performance with the Crosstrek, but I really like the ground clearance and the all-wheel drive system, as Zach had mentioned. It just gives you that extra confidence when you're dealing with those wintry conditions.
And Subaru does a great job with how much outward visibility you have, big doors, easy to tumble kids in and out of the back seat. Cargo area is definitely smaller. That's why we let you decide which features are important to you. So if you're someone that wants a lot of space, maybe it's that HRV. But if you don't need a lot of space, then the cargo area in the Crosstrek might be right for you. So the Crosstrek Hybrid uses the same system that they already have in the Forester Hybrid. We were impressed with the results in that larger vehicle. In a couple of weeks, we are getting it in this Crosstrek, so it should deliver pretty good performance.
Yeah, and I think that Subaru needed to be there with a hybrid model. As we've said many times, consumers are demanding hybrids. They want better fuel economy. They also want to reduce their carbon footprint. So there's a lot at play here. I like the different trims that are available. The wilderness model's kind of quirky looking. I think that it's cool. So there's a good variety for you. And the gas model gets a temporary spare tire. Now on to the cons. That hybrid has a tire repair kit, which I know many of you are disappointed in, and that's because the battery is placed in the cargo area.
Number one complaint we hear about this, really don't hear a complaint about, like, people who have these love them, by the way. The biggest complaint we hear from Subaru owners is the screen is laggy. So you push a button and you wait for it to do what it's supposed to do. It's not the end of the world. It does work. And they still have some redundant controls outside of the screen, like temperature up and down and volume, but pretty much everything else is in the screen. So that's the number one critique we get on this.
So Zach mentioned the 11.6-inch touchscreen, but that is actually not standard on the Crosstrek. And it's not like Subaru is cutting the cost on that base model. It's really around the same price as other models on our list. So you're getting a standard 7-inch touchscreen with wired Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Manufacturers are moving to standard wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Subaru needs to be there with that. That 11.6-inch touchscreen does come with wireless.
Here's how it goes. You walk into the dealer and you go, I want the cheapest one. And then you get in it and you look at the other one and you go, well, how much is that more a month? Oh, okay, I think most people get the bigger screen, which is a bit laggy.
It is laggy. Consumer Reports gives the Crosstrek gas model an overall score of 80 out of 100 and JD Power 86 out of 100. The hybrid hasn't been rated yet.
So we're doing the same thing with this. We're putting all of the fuel economy on the screen for the 2.5 liter and the hybrid. You can pause and have a look for yourself. Same thing for pricing. Here is the pricing for Canada and the United States for the gas and the hybrid. Subaru offers a warranty of 3 years, 60,000 kilometers or 36,000 miles. Okay, 2 more to go. After that, we're going to do some honorable mentions. Maybe could have made the list, but didn't. And also the one that Andrew and I would both pick.
Yes. Up next, the Toyota Corolla Cross. There are two powertrains. The gas model is powered by a 2-liter 4-cylinder. It's matched to a CVT and it has 169 horsepower. Front-wheel drive and all-wheel drive options are available. The hybrid has Toyota's 5th-generation hybrid system. It's powered by a 2-liter 4-cylinder with 3 electric motors. It's matched to an eCVT and gets a combined 196 horsepower. Standard all-wheel drive. They updated the center console. They've added more standard features. The technology has been updated. You've got a 10.5-inch touchscreen and a 12.3-inch digital driver display. So it does a lot well. It's also, if you look at our top 5 list, the gas model and the hybrid delivered the best fuel economy out of all of them. The gas model comes with a temporary spare tire, but the hybrid gets a tire repair kit.
This really is the safe choice. So it depends on what you're looking for. And we're going to do our top picks in a moment. And some people are going to go, Zach, what are you thinking? So stick around for that. So this is the safe choice. I'm going to go and get me a small crossover vehicle, a Toyota, a Corolla Cross, and a hybrid. That's like the safest option. Not the most engaging. But boy, does it deliver on all of the reasons to buy because you're maybe wanting the best fuel economy, resale value, and all of that.
And also price point. Like Toyota has really priced that hybrid competitively, which is great. So you can get into a hybrid in this class at an affordable option. And Toyota was the first to bring a hybrid to the subcompact class. So they're doing a lot right. The hybrid is the one I would go for only because it's quieter. The gas model does get louder when you're passing on the highway.
Okay, so negative, it's a bit frumpy on the inside. There's nothing special about this. It's kind of Toyota grade interior. It's not a wow. It's none of that. It's just going to do. It's just going to deliver the mail every day. Andrea, it does everything well. It doesn't excel at anything. So that's what you get on the inside. If that lights your fire, then fill your boots.
You'll also find the rear seat legroom in this class isn't huge, but I'm sure that you can get by if you're really looking for a vehicle that is dependable.
But it actually has a fairly good size trunk.
Consumer Reports gives the Corolla Cross gas model an overall score of 66 out of 100 and the hybrid 75 out of 100. JD Power gives the gas model an overall score of 80 out of 100 and the hybrid 79 out of 100.
So we're going to put the fuel economy for the gasoline engine and the hybrid on the screen, and you can pause and have a look and confirm for yourself of all the vehicles listed. Yes, the Corolla Cross gets the best fuel economy. Here's the pricing, and Toyota has sharpened their pencil on this as well. We have the Canadian pricing, the US pricing for the gas and the hybrid on the screen. Toyota offers a warranty of 3 years, 60,000 kilometers or 36,000 miles.
Our final vehicle on our top 5 list is the Volkswagen Taos. There's just one powertrain option, a 1.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. It's now paired to an 8-speed automatic transmission. Gone is the dual clutch transmission. It has 174 horsepower and 184 pound-feet of torque. Front-wheel drive and all-wheel drive models are available. The Taos is actually tied for best highway fuel economy on our list.
There's a couple of reasons why I really like Taos. First of all, it comes with a 1.5-liter turbo out of the box on every trim. If you look at that Kona, it's only the top trims get their turbocharged engine. And I look at Taos as an alternative to buying a compact or the larger class of vehicle. You can really get by with just this. The back seat has got plenty of room. The cargo area is good. It's a boxy design. I think it's just a good size for a lot of people.
For sure, and I like how it handles. It's kind of fun in this class where other brands are tuning it more to comfort. You know, you get from A to B and as your daily driver, but this one just feels more dynamic. Volkswagen also added more standard features. It comes with a temporary spare tire, and I think that it's a good choice if you just want a little bit of extra drive-wise in this class.
I would suspect that maybe, I don't know the numbers on this, but maybe Taos skews a little bit younger. You know, somebody's buying their first sort of brand new vehicle. They've started working, they've got a job, a salary, and they're like, I want to have a utility, but I don't want a boring one.
For sure.
So that's where this one leans into. So yeah, I think that the size of it is great. The engine standard equipment is fantastic. They went back to an 8-speed automatic transmission, which is a crowd pleaser, but it's not an Andrea and Zach pleaser. We actually like the dual clutch that they used to offer, but people just don't understand dual clutch transmissions. So Volkswagen said, instead of trying to explain it, just give the crowd what they want.
Look, Volkswagen actually said because of that dual clutch, they lost some sales. Like people drove it and thought, I like everything about this vehicle, but I don't like the jerkiness. So, you know what? They did pivot. They did listen to consumers, and I think that that is important. Now, cons, reliability is iffy. Unfortunately for Volkswagen, it can be hit and miss. You hear from people who own the Taos and say, I love it. I would buy it again. You hear from others and they say, why did I buy the Taos?
Yeah, so it's one of those things. You're buying Taos with this, not this. So there it is.
Consumer Reports gives the Taos a low overall score of 53 out of 100. JD Power better, 78 out of 100.
Here's the fuel economy, just one powertrain offered in Taos. You can see on the highway, it does actually get pretty good fuel economy. Here's the pricing for Canada and the United States. Remember, in Canada, the price includes freight, PDI, and fees. Volkswagen offers a strong warranty, 4 years, 80,000 kilometers, or 50,000 miles.
So some of you are going to say, Andrea, you're a huge Mazda fan. And you're right. Where's that CX-30? it makes the honorable mentions. The problem with the CX-30 is that it is small. Some people feel like the rear seat doesn't offer enough legroom, which it doesn't. Not enough headroom, feels a little bit claustrophobic back there.
Yeah, but if you're in that sort of first new car, fun to drive, single person, it definitely delivers on the dynamic front, but the utility of the SUV, the utility part, not so much.
Not so much.
And last year we had Kia Seltos on the top 5, and it's not in the top 5 this time around. And we talked about this. It was the one that was going in and out of the list. And it's because the updates, it hasn't had really many updates. And the other thing is there's no electrified option. And Kona sells better, so we put Kona in.
And you know what? The Seltos offers a lot of value. I like the seating position, tons of features, whether they're standard or available. It also does a lot well, but we've only got 5 spots, so we can only put so many in.
Volkswagen was on the bubble. It was almost out, and Kia was in, so that's how the math went at home.
We also struggled a bit with the Nissan Kicks because we really like that model. We think that Nissan did a nice job with the Kicks. It's bigger now, I like what they've done with the interior design as well as exterior design, so that makes an honorable mention.
It didn't make it in the list because it's like a kind of a first-year car. We're going to wait and see on what the feedback is from people who have them, whether it's going well for them or not. So we were just a little cautious putting it in. Okay, now we do it. Andrea and I, we choose our personal, what we would spend our own money. It's like Andrea and I are single. That's
it's
never
like we are.
It's like we are.
But we are.
But we're not. Okay, ready to go?
I'm ready.
Okay, in 3, 2, 1, Taos.
Subaru Crosstrek.
So you're taking Crosstrek.
Yeah.
And I'm taking Taos.
Okay, so I really love the ground clearance of Crosstrek. I think that the quirky look of it, it really appeals to me. I might even consider the Wilderness model with extra ground clearance. I got to get used to the laggy infotainment system. I do believe that one day that Crosstrek will have the new infotainment system that's in the Outback, but Subaru is a small company, so it might take a while.
Okay, and you're probably saying, Zach, what are you picking the Taos for? We have a Volkswagen GTI. We've had it now for a year and a half. And of all of the cars that we personally own, I drive that one the most. I love the GTI, and the Taos has a turbocharged engine. It's fun to drive. It's got that Volkswagen feel that I like, and I'm not hung up on reliability because if anything happens, I'll just get it fixed. So I don't, like I said, I'm buying it with this, not with this. And I think that it's got the German feel that I like.
I think I would probably go for Crosstrek Hybrid because I get that extra power, but I get the same look from Crosstrek and the greater ground clearance.
The big question is, which one would you choose? Is our list any good? Is it a dud? You're like, thumbs down? I think we're going to get a thumbs up on that. And what did you think of the list, and which one would you pick?
Yeah, and type below. Would love to hear from you always. Thanks for watching. And if you like what you see, please subscribe. We'll see you next time.